Sean, today, talk to me a little bit about your experience refereeing.
Oh, great. I mean, it's the first time in 7 years I've actually refereed a game since I've come from England. Physical, fast. I mean, my voice has gone, you can tell. So more, not to do with the fitness, more to do with my voice, trying to get the game under control. I thought the players, some of them for the first game was absolutely excellent.
I just want to appreciate you coming out and refereeing this game today for California Rugby League. It's awesome having you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And first thing you talked about was how physical it was.
Yeah.
What was the difference between, you talked to me earlier about refereeing academy games and Super League games. What did you notice the difference between this and those games?
I think it is just about like communication. I think like trying to get the players back on side. Like normally academy and Super League, they know what they're doing with rules, etc. So I think it's a little bit of like coaching out there, trying to get them back on side, trying to get them like to play the ball quick enough. It was just like basically the basic things, you know. So a bit of teaching, which was hard. I tried to let it go as much as possible, but yeah, I suppose when it's a penalty, it's got to be a penalty, you know. So
yep. I think you wrapped a clean game. It was really good. Yeah. What about just the flow of it? Did you think what about the passing, the communication?
Yeah. Some of it was great. I mean, there was swinging the ball out from left to right. I mean, you really had a, you could tell the lads have been training for quite a while. They had some good plays on, some great defence out there as well. And some of the hits are like lethal, especially in the middle with the big guys. But yeah, physical lads are excellent.
And you have rugby league DNA. Your brother playing for the Wire.
Plays for Warrington, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
And so talk to me a little bit about how do you see the sport growing here in the United States?
I think he can get bigger. He just needs a lot of, I think he's more promotion than anything, because you've obviously got other sports out there. You've got basketball, baseball, football, soccer, So I think rugby, like, basically because it's a new game, has got to be like, broadcasted out to the people who wouldn't normally be interested. They could probably go down like, the NFL route and get into some of them players, especially in like the pre-season and stuff like that. Because I feel like it's more, because of the physicality of the game, it's probably more compared to the NFL other than any other game. So I'm sure like players can make the transition from one to another, learn the rules and just get out there playing. I think it's just all about connections as well. I mean, it's obviously, America's like up and coming. But mainly you've got like, Australia, England, they're like the main countries. Yep. And obviously it's the World Cup year as well. I'm not too sure if the USA are in it or not.
No, not the men's team, no.
So, exactly. So, I mean,
wheelchair team.
Yeah. I think when it comes to it, they can get like, a good enough team together to try and like get into the next World Cup.
What's also amazing too is that when you look at it, right, rugby league and American football absolutely have the exact same DNA.
Yes.
Both came from rugby union.
Yeah.
Right? And so, Walter Camp was the guy who kind of changed the rules to make it, more like American football. We know what happened in 1895 at the George Hotel. Yeah. We broke it off and eventually it became rugby league. Yeah. So we are absolute, cousins and have the exact same DNA.
Yes.
So I think that's why I think people will tend to gravitate towards more rugby league as well.
Yes, I think it's a more of a flowing game as well. I mean, I'm not a massive Union fan. I think there's more flow to a rugby league game, and it's a faster pace and it's a bit more cleaner, a bit more control with it. Yeah. So, I think we can, get players getting involved to play. I think it's just more, like I said, about promo and letting players know about the game, because it's not a worldwide sport, unfortunately. Right. We're trying to grow in certain areas. We're still trying to grow in England and Australia, so it's kind of like a thing of, probably won't get as big as England and Australia, but it's got potential. It's got potential. I think because the country's that big with so many states as well. Yeah. With the travelling and stuff, it's hard for like one team to just travel down the road to play another team. Right. You've got like obviously a lot of travel and stuff like that. So there's got to be a lot of money pumped into it as well.
Well, I just want to say thanks to all of our international viewers, people from around the world following California Rugby League. I just want to thank you so much for today.
No problem.
Really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Thanks, man.